Guys, Queen Bee is here. Yes, guys, Queen Bee is here. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. All depends on what part of the world you're in today. Anyway, on a serious note, Marcia, come here. Marcia Campbell, aka Curly, aka Marcia Everbless, aka Sexy TT, come here. Come here and put your ears right up to the phone because I have something to say to you. Marcia, I love you. Yes, I do. Queen Bee love you, Marcia. Marcia. Queen Bee loves you. On a rich, you know. When you talk to, when you think somebody come because Marcia, me, Queen Bee, the cuss Marcia, shit. Marcia can cuss me 10,000 times and I will never come back out here and cuss that girl. You hear me? Let me tell you guys something, right? I sat last night, but I was laying down last night and I'm like, boy, me and Marcia have really come a long way. Very long way. You understand? And I'm like, just reminiscing of how we met and stuff like that. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna make a video. People may not understand the relationship between me and Marcia, and rightfully so, because we're all complete strangers to our one another, and most people meet on social media and stuff like that. So people don't really look at social media relationship as anything. But the difference between me and Marcia is that our relationship is not just on social media, but it's a little bit more intimate than that. You understand me? More personalized. So, just to give you a little background of how I met Marcia and how far we are coming from. It was like about 2015. I think it was around 2015. I was browsing through Facebook, bored. I was off that day. Had nothing much to do that day, just, relaxing, whatever. And I said, you know what? Let me kind of browse Facebook and see what's going on. So I ran into Marcia live. And, I saw this bubbly personality lady, and, she was talking about some charity that she was about to go to Jamaica to do. It was like, she and a couple of ladies, I guess they kind of put this charity program together. And they were planning some form of march or something in Jamaica, and planning, to feed the homeless and to, go to the shelters. And, she was planning the whole thing. And she was inviting everybody to, come on board. And she was saying how much the ticket to Jamaica was. And, Marcia explained a little bit about the charity, and that, most of the money that she spends come from her pocket, and, she happy to do it. And how many, so, as she was talking, of course, moi, the troublemaker that I am, yes, even from back then I was a little troublemaker, yeah, but in a good way though, not in a bad way. So anyway, me, the little troublemaker that I am now, start to type up into our comment section, and I was trying to, I was troubling her. I was like, oh lady, be quiet, ain't nobody want to go to no charity. You know what I'm saying? And I kept typing up like, lady, you're too lie. I know your own money they use. I beg you to beg we money. And Marcia, believe it or not, she wasn't as feisty as she is now, because if somebody tried that with her now, I'm sure she'd give them two clot, not them buying, and, and tell them off or whatever. But back in the days, all she did was respond back. Of course she was still feisty, she respond back in a very feisty way back to me. And all I did was put up some laughy faces when she respond. And it just went on like that, I said, lady, yeah, big like, or, your nose big like, just a trouble her and thing, and she like give me back some face the word, and no cursing or anything, but just give me back some face the word, and, telling me to come off our page if I don't want to be there, or come off our page if I don't like her. I'm going to say, I said, make me come off of your page, it's just teasing her, bothering her, just troubling her a little bit, right? Until it get to a point where, Marcia just stopped paying me any mind. She would just laugh now whenever, because after a period of time, I became like a follower of her. So anytime I would see the, notification bell go on, I used to jump and run over to her page. And, as time went along, she got to know me and my personality, and, she stopped paying me no mind. She just said, Joe, I'm not paying you no mind, young lady, and she and I just became that kind of, Facebook acquaintance. And, it just went on like that, it was fun always watching her and stuff like that. And I think it was like maybe about 2 months or so after, I think, but it was sometime in November, because I know it was Thanksgiving, and I saw where she, posted up a picture. It was like a family group picture that she posted up. And as I'm looking at the picture, I'm like, wait a minute. The person that was standing next to her looked quite familiar to me. So I was like, I kind of zoomed up the picture, and I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, wait a minute. That looked like my stepsister. So I'm like, where do Marcia know my stepsister from? So I was like, oh my God, it is so weird. Like, she know my stepsister? So I reached out to, I took a screenshot and I sent the picture to Marcia, and I was like, Marcia, where you know it, XYZ from, right? And she said, oh, that's my son people, my son family people, like, should I say, that's our son people, So I'm like, oh yeah, in what way? Like, how you guys are related? And she said, that CJ father and my stepsister father are brothers. And I'm like, are you serious? I said, well, that's my stepdad. I said, my mom used to be married to her father, and matter of fact, my mother's the one that sponsored her into the country along with, her other brother and other sister. My mother adopted them and brought them over when she got married to my stepsister father. And I said, oh my God, this is such a small world. I said, that means we almost like family. I said, wow, you mean to tell me CJ uncle is my stepfather? I said, wow. So that's how it kind of became strange. So, after that, we just been friends pretty much ever since, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been on her page ever since, and, we just have that kind of relationship that we just kind of understood each other. And, yeah, our heads do bump. We do bump heads. I'm definitely a Taurus. So, Taurus, is very strong-willed and bullheaded people. And so is Marcia, very, she's very bullheaded and stubborn, and she do things her way, and, kind of controlling a little bit. So am I, in a way. So our heads would bump. But guys, believe it or not, most of the time that I would say maybe about 89% or a little bit higher of the time that she and I bump heads is because of, I may see her behave a certain way on social media, or she might have done something on social media, or she may have said something to somebody that I think was wrong, or any little thing like that. I used to come in our inbox, and I used to always, like, Marcia, I don't care if you want bex or not, and me don't care if you want cuss me or not, but that was wrong what you just did, and the way you behave on social media is ridiculous and disgusting. If you're a grown woman, you need to stop it, and it don't sound good. And I'll be like, Marcia, look, you are too pretty, you're too beautiful, and you're too dignified to be having those words coming out of your mouth. I say, man, it don't look good, man, if you stop it. And of course, Marcia will come back and tell me to clot, and me finna tell her what to do. She not a child, and I'm not her mother, and don't tell me how to talk, and she would just cuss me off. You understand me? But no matter how me and her bump heads in our inbox, and I mean, we be having some bump heads, okay? the next day, if I call her, she would answer me. Or the next day, if she called me, I would answer. In other words, we usually bump heads, but the next day is like nothing happened. And like we're just back to normal again. I don't hold no grudge against her. She don't hold no grudge against me, because she said what she have to say. I say what I have to say. And, and we always kept it moving. And that's the kind of relationship that we have over the period of time, And it's like some people may say, well, Queen Bee, if you know her that well and you're coming from so far with her, why in the world would you watch her go through what she goes through on social media and the names that she's been called? You now make a video and you're going to use those same kind of names in the video. Now, you have to understand that, I'm a blogger, right? I'm a blogger, and let's just give this for example, and I'm not trying to make excuses for myself by comparing the two, but this is my thought process, right? And I want you guys to understand. And that's why what went down with her and Miss D, not to me to mention Miss D's name, but it is what it is. That's how the story went, right? Where Miss D did the play and Marcia came out and gave her honest view and her honest opinion about it. And, Marcia might have said, you didn't act too good or that part didn't fit you. And, she really kind of went in on it. And everybody thought that was wrong because if you and Miss D is friends, you shouldn't have said that because, maybe you prevent other people from buying ticket because you said the play was boring. And, and she really went in. Even though Marcia was telling her true feelings and was being honest, I'm sure at the time Marcia didn't stop to think to say, okay, I am a brutal, honest person, but because she is my friend and I don't want it to sabotage, people buying the ticket or going to see the play or anything like that, let me just go in her inbox and tell her my views on the play, right? I'm sure Marcia didn't stop for a quick second to think that. She just felt like she's going to be open, she's going to be honest, she's going to tell how she feel about the play and, how boring it was and it didn't worth the money. And, she kind of went in on that and the whole entire social media came down on her because they felt like that was your friend and you shouldn't have said that. Now, I know Marcia's heart and I know for a fact that Marcia really and truly had cared about, and probably still cared about her, cared about Miss D, right? So I know I at the time didn't see anything wrong with what she did because I felt like it came from a good place. It didn't come from an evil place. It didn't come from a bad mind place like all people accused her of. It didn't come from a place of jealousy. No, it came from a good place. And because she's such a raw, truthful person that's just going to say things as she saw it is what she did. So I never ever took offense to or see what other people were seeing when they started to bash her about that, right? The two is not the same. But when I was making that video, and I was making the video to, be sarcastic about the whole, these bloggers who think that people are on their page because they love them, but don't realize that, no, they're there and they're running over there to support you guys because of the names that you're calling and also the derogatory names that you're calling these people. And if you say, XYZ, your audience may not know who you're talking about, but if you call one of the nicknames, they're going to immediately know who you're talking about, and that's why you guys use those, and they'll run over there and support your page. So me making that video, I was more thinking on the line of making a mockery of them, being sarcastic, and of course I act like I'm doing it's like, say, I'm teaching, like, so I'm a teacher at the time. So, of course, pencil and pen is going to come into play. That's part of the whole skitting, right? Grab your pen, grab your pencil, grab your paper. Don't forget, write down what I'm saying because I was emulating as if I am schooling, right? I'm doing all of that and I'm repeating the names for everybody, not just Marcia, but I repeat it for Tina, what they call her, and Lorraine, and what they call her, and myself, and what they call me, and even as far as even Dwayne and what they call him. So I mentioned all of the names in a form of saying, okay, I'm acting as if I'm in a school. It's like I was skitting it out, right? Not thinking to say the level of depth of what those names mean to Marcia. And the reason why, like I said, it kind of bypassed me is because many times I hear Marcia herself making a joke or making a fun of it. Like she does say, this a caca eye, we can't see a good, or me might have caca eye, but me still beautiful, I'm still pretty, I'm still confident, or, my belly might be big and she will roll her belly and carry on, and, so, I mean, to me, it's like she joked out a lot of the names they were calling her. And, with her saying something about some of the names I made up because she never heard it before, maybe she's not remembering, but most of those names came from Over the Fence. If you guys know who Over the Fence is, originates some of those names, even though the other day I hear him denying it, but he did. And, one of the names that some of you guys might not be familiar with was her birthday party when she had on the all yellow. He referred to her as, what, right? So a lot of these names was created by Over the Fence. Maybe a lot of people have not heard those names, but I thought she would remember those names when I said it. And I said it in a sense where I didn't know she wouldn't see the whole gist of the video, or she wouldn't see what I was trying to say in the video, right? So me pick and choosing which name I should throw in there was not something I stopped quickly to think about. All I was thinking is just all the names that I know I've heard them call her on social media is the ones that I pulled for, right? The ones I could remember, right? To be a part of this skit. So again, I didn't realize how deeply it would affect her because of the fact that a lot of times she herself have joked it out or joked it off. But like I said in, one of my community writing is that now I realize no matter how a person, smile and go on happy and whatever in front of the camera, deep down inside, because Marcia don't share her internal feelings with not even me. I don't even think she shares it with maybe some of her closest friends. She's not one to make herself open and vulnerable even to her friends, right? And worst of all, people that she met on social media or whatever. She's not quick to make you know that she's hurting then, or she won't show, too much of emotions or tell you, boy, Jennifer, say, when I hear those names, it really hurt me and stuff like that. And yes, I said Jennifer, so you guys can, I said Jennifer, right? But anyway, you guys, she never said, well, it really hurt me really bad when I hear those names, and, it's a trigger for me. And, I would, every time I hear that name, it really and truly makes me sad. It makes me unhappy. It really hurts my feeling. And, she have never expressed that kind of emotions to me. What I always see in her is being go-lucky, happy, make fun of herself. And yes, me, I them cast. Maybe me need to go get some disability for me cast guy. And, she always make fun of it. So, in making the video to try to show up these people as far as saying, how they use the negative names and also their names whenever they want to build a page or whenever they want to get views and likes and subscribers. Those are the names people tend to always be pulling for. If you look at every platform that's dogging all of them out, you will see is particularly those names. Those are only names you will see up there in their caption. The only names that you will see they go after. The only names you will see them classing up. So where in my video is the lie? Where in the video is the lie? The only thing, like I said, that hurt me out of this is the fact that she got hurt. If it wasn't for the fact that she got hurt, it would not matter to me what anybody else say. Point blank and period. Right? But she got hurt out of this, and I don't worry her for a minute. I hear her saying that she think I did it purposely. And I mean, Marcia, me and you have come from too far. You and I have bumped heads worse than this. And I've never came out in any kind of way to try to disrespect you or make any kind of video to put you down or anything. So for you to believe that I purposely did this also hurts me and make me even more know now what you really think of me. Because for you to think that I would do something like that purposely, that means you're saying that I am an evil, wicked person. And no matter what social media class me as, if anybody should know me better than them, is you, to know I would never purposely try to come out and do that to you. And the key thing you're using is because I say get pencil on paper. Yes, I was doing a skit out, right, of a teacher. What comes with teaching? A pencil and a paper. The one that said you could thank me now, that's being sarcastic on my part. If I should do the video all over again, and now that I know how much those words mean to you, you would not have been part of that video. There's other people out there that's been bullied and harassed that I could have used. But I used the ones that I'm more familiar with, associating myself with, and I thought at the time they would understand where I'm coming from with the video and it wouldn't have been an issue or a problem. Those are the names that I safely use. But again, like I said, we're coming too far. You should have known me by now, as well as if I should taken the time to see that all that smiling and all that laughing you're doing in the camera, that you were hurting for certain things. And I should have recognized that and not used those names. And that's where I fell short. All right? But anyway, guys, that's just the relationship that me and her had. If she want the relationship to end, I respect that. She already know. It's not like, every day we were on the phone together or anything. But, anytime she having any function, I always make sure I go out my way to support it. Because I care about her enough to always support everything that she has. So those are the things that I do. Every now and again, we'll talk and stuff like that. But it's not like we talk every day. But when we do talk, it's as if we talked just the day before. You know what I'm saying? That's just the relationship she and I had throughout the years. As far as my part is concerned, I still love you, Marcia. I still respect you. I did not do it purposely. And, I hope one day you will realize that I was really and truly a good friend to you. I can't give you money. I can't give you the riches. I can't give you, materialistic things. Can't do all of that. But at the end of the day, I was a true friend to you. All right? And will continue being a true friend to you. You can cuss me all you want, slander me, anything you want to do. I'm still going to stand firm as a good friend to you. All right? All right. Anyway, people, that's all I came out to say. Just want to give you a little background. And I just decided to do that, not for nothing special. But I just wanted to share because I say a lot of people on social media may not know where me and her is really coming from. And I don't want anyone to think that I'm some kind of Judas. Like I hear one blogger, literally calling me a Judas. Like, lady, seriously, you know what I mean? If I don't like, and Marcia know this, if I don't like you, I would never even be around you. So I wouldn't even have an opportunity to be a Judas. If I don't like you, I just don't deal with you, period. Anybody that knows me on a personal level, if I don't like you, I don't deal with you, period. So I wouldn't even have time to be a Judas, okay? Because to be a Judas, you have to pretend to be somebody's friend, be around them, eat, drink, and laugh with them, and then still stab them behind. No, if I don't like you, I wouldn't even be around you. So me being a Judas, that is definitely a negative. Did I make a bad decision on doing certain video with her name? Yes. It is what it is, right? So life goes on. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, night, morning, any part of the world you're in today. And Queen Bee, love you guys. Bye. Love you, Marcia. Bye.